What you do when you wake up has a big impact on your sleep. Not only that it has a big impact on your sleep, it could really change the rest of your day. Now, if you don't do the correct things when you wake up and also when you go to sleep, your day could be a disaster. I believe that in life we are here to serve a purpose greater than ourselves. But in order to do that the best way, we must start with investing in ourselves. I believe in you, and this channel is going to give you tools to help you overcome your challenges and light your path. Let's start. Let's go a few years back. I used to be the one that never fell asleep. My friends always made fun of me that like I'm all the old people that it takes them like hours to fall asleep. And not only that I didn't fall asleep, also when I did fall asleep, every small noise, every little thing used to wake me up. I remember once, going hiking after a long day. I was really tired, and the only thing I wanted to do is to sleep. And even then, it took me some time to fall asleep, maybe a little bit less, but it still took me time. And after that, every small noise outside the tent, I woke up, and every little move of the branch from the wind used to wake me up. And that was when I was really tired. When I'm not that tired, it's a lot harder. When we used to do sleepovers or things like that, you know how it is that you really want to go to sleep and then you have that friend that falls asleep just in 1 second and he's out, and you're like, how the hell did they do that? So I used to ask the exact same question many of times, and I never really understood why I'm not getting a good night's sleep. Not only that I wasn't getting a good night's sleep, it also had a big effect on the rest of my day after. So of course, in the 20s, it's fine. When you're a teen, if you don't get a good night's sleep, your body's still young. We're also young after, don't get me wrong. But afterwards, we need a good night's sleep. It has a big effect on the rest of our day. It has a big effect on many things we do in life. So I want to touch a few things that can help us to get a good night's sleep. Not only a good night's sleep, I'm also talking about the rest of the day, that we'll have a good day, a good week, a good year. I want all of it to be together, but a lot of it has to do with the sleep. So let's start. What can you do to fall asleep better? I'm sure you had those days that you were basically laying down in bed and rolling from side to side, going from one pillow to the other, and you didn't know what you can do to fall asleep. Not only that, your mind was probably, oh my God, I need to wake up in a few hours and I'm going to be so exhausted tomorrow at work and I really want to fall asleep. And then you get out of bed and you go to the fridge, you have something to eat, or you stay in bed, which is also not good. And you're just wondering, when am I going to fall asleep? And since you don't fall asleep, so all of these interesting thoughts come into mind, and that sometimes might bring more stress, because now you're remembering all the things that you didn't do today, or all the things you want to do tomorrow. So that even makes it worse. And same situation, 2 hours later, an hour later, you're still laying in bed and not falling asleep. So I want to talk now about a few options that can help you fall asleep better. And of course, there are many more, but I want to talk about a few that helped me personally as a person that didn't sleep, and I believe can also help you. So let's start. Number one, when you wake up, go out to the sun. Now, I'm sure some people here don't have sun wherever they live, and it's fine, it's all good. But you need to get that light on your face, whether it's through direct sun or the light that comes through the clouds. Better not through a window. Just go out, expose your body. There are many benefits for that. Also, that your cortisol level goes up and you become more awake and you start your circadian rhythm. But the main thing, to make it simple, is you're starting your body clock. Okay, so after you woke up and you went outside, even just for a little bit, you could also do some stretching to wake up your body, move your body a little bit. After you did that, also the neck, of course, we won't go through all that. But after you did that, so start in some type of movement. Better it's something that you enjoy, because if you don't, you won't do it that much. But do some type of movement that would help you start the day. It's really important to get exposed to light and to start some type of movement. Now, after we did that in the morning, a few other things we can do, but I want now to jump to the afternoon, and later on we'll also get to nighttime. So afternoon, even if you're really tired, don't take any long naps. At least I didn't, because when I did, it was great. It was really fun in that moment. But after that, I couldn't fall asleep at night. So if you're really tired, either go for a walk, listen to a song you like, to a podcast you like. Maybe you could, nap for 10-20 minutes. Just get like that power nap to power you up. Also better before the late hours of the afternoon. And then continue with the day. I believe if you take a long nap, it would be fun. But later on at night, you'll be going and rolling from side to side. Okay, so we spoke about the morning, about getting out to the sun. We spoke about the movement, right? And then we spoke about the afternoon, that we don't want to take those long naps. We could take short ones, it's fine. It really also all depends. Some people have no problem with it, but usually if you'll be listening to this type of video, so you're a person that has a problem with falling asleep, you're not from the people that can sleep 3 hours in the afternoon and then fall asleep 3 hours later for a whole night, right? That's why you're here. Okay, now number 4. When you go to sleep at night, before you go to sleep, make sure that this is the time to clean your mind. So your long day at work might be a great day, might be a stress day. Both are an option and both happen. But now this last half hour before you go to sleep, it's really important to try to clean your mind. Clean your mind from whatever happened through the day. Try to be focused on something that you like. It could be reading a book to quiet your mind. It could be talking with a loved one. There are many different type of things you could do. You could do breathing meditation. All of those are really important. And when you do those actions, better if you do them when the room is not pitch black, but more dark. You don't want to have too much light. That way you get your body into a rhythm of understanding, okay, now it's nighttime. It's time to go to sleep. So really important, quiet the mind, slow it down. Like we said, it could be through breathing exercise, through reading. Do me a favor, put your phone on airplane mode or just shut it off. You don't need it next to you at night. Let me tell you a secret, if it's an emergency, you're probably not the person to call. Probably the firehouse or police department, you're not the person to call. So again, if there is an emergency, of course, leave your phone on, but in most cases, shut your phone half an hour before you go to sleep. Relax, take a deep breath. Do something you like. Like I said, it could be talking to a person you like, it could be breathing, it could be reading. There are so many things, but prime your mind to go to sleep. You could also listen to relaxing music. There are so many things to do. Now, there's one really important thing that we didn't talk about yet, and I want to mention it right now. The time you go to sleep is really crucial. If every night you'll go to sleep in a different time, it would be much harder for you to fall asleep. One of the things that really helped me is having a set time to go to sleep every night and waking up the same time the next day. Now, I don't care if you're from the 5 a.m. club, from the 4 a.m. club, from the 8 a.m. club, from the 11 a.m. club. It doesn't really matter. Whenever it is, of course, I will be honest, sleeping early is better, but usually not for everyone. But make sure you have those set hours in stone, that then you go to sleep and the hours you wake up. It would help your body adjust to that time, to understand that this is the time now to go to sleep. This is the time to shut down and sleep. So that's really important, having those hours. Now, of course, there are days that you can go to sleep at that exact hour, and I get it. And also that hour doesn't have to be to that exact minute. It needs to be around that time, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, all good. And when you do that, like I said, you make your body used to going to sleep at that time. It would be easier for you to fall asleep. Now, last thing before we go back. You might be asking yourself, yeah, what's with the coffee? Can I have coffee? Can't I have coffee? You didn't talk about that. So, right, I purposely didn't talk about that because there are many different types of people. I could say, in general, as a rule of thumb, try to stop with your coffee around, 2 p.m. or something like that, maybe about 8 hours before you go to sleep. I know there are some people that fall asleep great with coffee. Test your body, if you see you fall asleep great, perfect, even though it still probably has some type of effect on your sleep. You might sleep not as well, or you could sleep even better. But usually, as a rule of thumb, try to stop drinking your coffee about 8 hours before. That should be fine. I'm sure some of you are saying about the permanent hours to go to sleep. For me, it won't work. For me, I have so much on my head. I can't go to sleep every day at the same time. Or you might be working at shifts. By the way, I also work at shifts. I know what it is. Every night you have a different hour you go to sleep. Some nights you don't sleep at all. So let me tell you a secret. Also for you, the busy person, also for you, the shift person. If you're busy, you want to be more productive, you want to get better quality of decisions, get some better sleep. It's a must. And if you're in shifts, well, first, I understand it's a lot more challenging if you work in different shifts. Also then, try to maybe do only one shift a week that you work night. Try to do your schedule, try to make your schedule as steady as you can. And if you can, at least make sure you do the other things before you go to sleep. Relax your mind and be more present with it. And if you can't change your shifts and it's going crazy, first, it's not that good, but we want to work with what we have. So at least relax your mind before you go to sleep. When you wake up, whenever it is, go outside, get that sunlight. Really, really important. So if we want to sum everything up, sleeping, as we know, is really important, and you're not here for that. You're here to know how to fall asleep. So like we said, number one, go outside, get that sunlight. Also, if it's through the clouds. Number two, have some movement. Number three, go and have a nap, but only for 10 to 15 minutes max if you need. Otherwise, it could ruin your sleep. And coffee, if we'll just talk about that for a second, better stop like 8 hours before you go to sleep. Then number four, before you go to sleep, do me a favor, shut down your phone, shut down whenever you have. It's your time for yourself. Connect to yourself, connect to the people you care about, read something, quiet your mind. You could do some breathing. As we said, better to have the lights dimmed, and that way your body starts to understanding the time it needs to go to sleep. And one of the most important things, have set times to go to sleep. That way your body knows this is the time to go to sleep. So hope you have a good night's sleep next time. If it doesn't work first time, all good. That's part of all the things that you try in life. Try it again, see which one works the best for you. Better do all, but also if you just do some of them, I'll say the most important one is the morning part and when you go to sleep. Well, I guess all of them are important, so just try them and hope next night you'll fall asleep and you'll have a great night's sleep. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. If you haven't yet, please smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, the most amazing things in life are the ones you take for granted.